You may remember the case. It seemed a horrifying crime in the 1980s. A teenage girl gang raped and left to die near a dumpster. I'm Stephanie Rochon.
And I'm Bill Fitzgerald. Police eventually discovered the girl had made the whole story up. Now she's a woman living here in Virginia.
And as Tracy Sears tells us, now 25 years later, she must repay one of the men she's accused of attacking her. Tracy?
That's right. Stephen Picone says all he has wanted for 25 years is an apology. While that apology never came, a check for $3,000 recently did. A Surrey County judge recently ruled that the wages be garnished from Brawley's paycheck as a nurse until she's paid Picone a total of $431,000.
My name is Tawana Brawley.
It was in 1987 that 15-year-old Tawana Brawley accused a gang of white men of abducting, raping, and covering her with racial slurs written in feces. Her story sparked national outrage and gained the support of Reverend Al Sharpton and other civil rights leaders. But in 1988, a grand jury concluded Brawley's story was a hoax made up by a scared runaway. But the damage was done. Stephen Picone, a young New York prosecutor, was one of the men Brawley accused of attacking her.
It took a toll on his career. It took a toll on his personal life. You know, he was an innocent man who was dragged through the mud, being accused of these horribly heinous acts.
While Picone's attorney, Gary Bolnick, says his client won a defamation lawsuit against Brawley and 3 of her advisors, including Sharpton, back in 1998, he says Brawley was nowhere to be found. Bolnick tells CBS 6 that Sharpton and 2 others paid back their debt, totaling more than $350,000. But no one knew where Brawley was until this past January. She now lives in this Surrey County home. And just recently, a judge ordered Brawley begin paying her debt to Picone immediately.
It's gratifying that finally she gets to pay something, gets to feel some of the pain. But obviously, until she either pays the entire judgment or acknowledges that it was a hoax, he's never going to be fully satisfied.
We tried reaching Brawley, who now goes by the name Gutierrez, but the people inside did not come to the door. 2 others who later came to the home also refused to speak to us. While Picone's attorney says Brawley will likely be paying off her debt for the rest of her life, he says a simple apology would erase all of it. Now, Brawley can appeal the judge's decision every 6 months if she chooses to do so. Picone's attorney tells us that Brawley was terminated from her job as a nurse at the Laurels of Bon Air back in June. So he's not sure where that money will come from now. Bill.
Thank you, Tracy. Developing right now.